There was a pause I couldn't outrun anymore. Not because I ran out of words, but because I finally listened. Losing my grandma slowed everything down. Grief doesn't ask permission. It makes you sit with what you've been carrying and why. I started noticing patterns, not just in love, but in how I showed up, how I overgave, how I kept investing in people who were never meant to be in my future. I saw it clearly. I was financing dreams that didn't include me, pouring into men who sold me visions while quietly spending my time, my energy, my belief. That realization didn't harden me, it grounded me. There's forgiveness here, but there's also accountability, mine. I'm still healing, still unlearning, still choosing differently in real time. This moment isn't about endings, it's about awareness, the kind that changes how you move forward.
Yes, I grabbed his ankles and I drug his ass out my bed. So he landed halfway off the bed. And when he got off the bed, like when he was pretty much had his butt on the floor, I let his ankle go and I was like, now get out. Like, get out. He was like, Key, just let me sleep in my room. I'm like, all right, fine, cool. Okay, I don't even care because I don't even want to argue with you because you're drunk. You're drunk and I'm not doing this with you tonight. All right, you can sleep in here. So I proceed to get the mattress, to take the mattress off the bed, because I was just going to take my mattress downstairs, because I'm just like, yo, if you want to sleep in here, you can sleep in here. I don't care. You're not sleeping on my mattress, though. Let me take my mattress downstairs. Whatever. You can sleep in here. But as I'm moving my mattress, he going to stand up like, you know what? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to sleep in here. And then he left. And when he left, I instantly like went behind him, locked the door, and put my fucking dresser behind the door, my little nightstand behind the door, because I'm just like, I'm not playing these games with you tonight. I got one more night here. I'm not even about to do this. Like, we not even about to do this. So put my nightstand behind the door, locked the door, and then I got in the bed. I called music. And I was just like, man, guess what just happened? He was like, what? I was like, this nigga literally just tried to sleep in my bed. He was like, what? I'm like, yeah. So I went over the whole story with him. And he was just like, you one more night. Do you need me? I'm like, no. I'm good. He was like, okay, just one more night. So the next morning, I woke up like happy, excited, because I'm just like, this is a beautiful day to get the fuck out of this house. Oh my God, I'm lit. So I called Ronnie, make sure Ronnie was still in place to, come help me or whatever not. And then music called and he was just like, hey, do you need some help? I was like, well, I got Ronnie. If I need some, I'll like let you know, because I know you had something going on this morning. You told me you had something going on this morning. He said, yeah, but when I get finished, me and my brothers, we can come help y'all out. I was like, yeah, I'll let you know. It's like, all right, cool. So I leave, go pick up Ronnie, come back to the house. Well, go pick up Ronnie, get the U-Haul trailer, come back to the house. When I get back to the house, Marlon's there. I was just like, you supposed to be going to work. He said, oh yeah, I'm about to leave now. I was just making sure like everything's gonna be straight before I leave. I'm like, yeah, we good. And he was like, oh, okay, well, I mean, if you need anything, just let me know. I'm like, no, we be good. Me and Ronnie good. And Ronnie was like waving his hands like, yeah, I got this. We good. So Marlon got in the car because, like I said, I was using his truck for the U to haul the U-Haul trailer. So he got in the car and he left. So me and Ronnie started loading up the U-Haul, and maybe about 30 minutes go by. I see the car pull into the driveway, and I'm like, Ronnie, is that Marlon out there? He was like, yeah, that's Marlon. I'm like, why the fuck is he back? Like, what's going on? So we continue to put the stuff in, and Marlon comes in the house, and he was like, hey, Key, I took the day off work. And I was like, you took the day? What you mean you took the day off? He's like, I took the day off to help. I'm like, nah, me and Ronnie, we got it. We don't need it. He's like, no, I'm gonna help you. And then it's like, I already called Rob. Rob's gonna come over and help as well. I was like, wait, you didn't have to do that. Me and Ronnie got everything situated. He's like, I know I didn't have to, but I wanted to. I didn't want you doing it by yourself. And I'm like, okay. All right. He was like, and we can be drinking, like we can make this a fun thing. We can have our drinks and be moving in and stuff. And in my head, I'm just like, I'm focused on moving. I'm not focused on drinking. I'm just like, okay, whatever. He's like, all right, well, I'm about to go and I'm about to go to the liquor store, get us a bottle, go pick up Rob, and I'll be back. And then he left. When he left, I looked at Ronnie. I was like, Ronnie, I really don't need his help. I don't want him to help, because I'm like, if we need it, music already said that him and his brothers will come swing by. And Ronnie was just like, so what you want to do? I was like, at this point, I don't think it's no talking Marlon out of it. And I feel like it's going to be more of a fight to tell him no than it is to just let him help. So I'm just like, we'll just let him help. Yeah. So me and Ronnie continued to move stuff into the U-Haul. Then Marlon came back with Rob, and then he pretty much took over. He was just like, I need you to sit down. Like, me, let the men have this. Let the men have this. And in my head, I'm just like, no, this is my shit that I'm moving out of here into my new place. Like, it's not about letting the man have it, because I'm just like, at this point, you are not my man. I asked my best friend, to come help me move. So I'm not about to sit on my ass while y'all do all the work. I'm like, no, that wasn't how the plan was supposed to go. So I'm not about to do that. So we end up getting majority of the stuff moved into the U-Haul. When I say majority of stuff, I mean like the big stuff. I took my whole my whole bedroom suite, like my bed, my dressers, all my clothes, my shoes, Jackson's bed, I didn't take his dresser, because his dresser was originally Marlon's dresser. So I'm just like, I'm not taking nothing that belongs to Marlon. So I just took Jackson's bed and his TV out his room, and I took the kids' beds out their room, and I left their little entertainment stand in there, because that was Marlon's entertainment stand, and I just took their TV. So I'm just like, all right. So we loaded all of the big stuff in, and I was just like, I'm gonna come back for the clothes that's in the washing machine, because I had started washing clothes and I forgot to, put them in the dryer, whatever. I'm like, I'll just come back for those clothes, and like all the posters on Jackson's wall, I'll come back and I'll take those down, and get all like the little small stuff, like nothing major. It's just like little small stuff, like little posters of toys, my workout stuff in the garage. And it's like, whatever. I fit what I could in the U-Haul, and I'm just like, everything else I can come back and it can fit in the car, whatever. So we ended up going to like driving to the new place. I pull up Marlon's I pull up to the gate, and I put my gate code in, and Marlon was like, oh, you got a gate? I'm like, yeah, I got a gate. He was like, oh, this is nice, Key. This is nice. I'm like, thank you. So I drive in, and as I'm going in, I was like, my landlord is here, because he said that the cleaners are in the place. They're finishing up, so they're still here finishing up, but he's not gonna be here long. And Marvin's like, ooh, you think it's a good idea for your landlord to see me? I said, I don't want him to see you at all, because when I had talked to my landlord and I got approved for the place, he had to talk to my previous landlord, which was Marlon. And so I had to give him Marlon's number so that he can like get like a rental history from Marlon. At first, Marlon was a little bit hesitant about it, but he ended up, giving me a good rental history, and I got approved, whatever. So Marlon, his whole thing was he did not want the landlord to recognize his voice. And I'm just like, you know what? That's a good call. You're right. So when I get in here and I talk to the landlord, just you stay in the truck, or you just keep moving and don't say nothing. It's like, all right, cool. So I ended up parking the U-Haul, the truck, like right where all of the garages was. So it was like, so how it's set up, it's like a little road where people that live there, where the residents can park, and then you have the garages. So I parked on that road, and it was kind of like blocking the garages, like all the other garages, but I'm just like, I'm just going to move my stuff in, and then I'll be able to move the truck, because I don't want to be blocking people in, and not letting people have access to their garage, because again, I'm new here, I'm moving in, I don't know the neighbors. This seems like a very like quiet neighborhood, so I'm just like, let me not, start no fuss, no mess, whatever. So we go in, and I started unloading everything. I talked to my landlord. He was like, yeah, they just finished up. The cleaners was leaving. And as they were leaving, Marlon started talking to the landlord. And I'm looking at him. I'm like, we discussed that you was going to stay in the truck. Like, why are you out the truck talking to the landlord? But he was talking to the landlord, trying to get the information for the cleaners that the landlord used, because he was just like, oh, they did such a good job in here, and I'm gonna need somebody to clean my spot and like do a deep clean on my spot, and I want to use them. So he was getting the information from the landlord, and I'm looking at him, I'm just like, we literally had this discussion that you were not going to talk to the landlord because of your voice, and you were supposed to be my previous landlord, and we don't want him to think that we like scammed or anything, even though it's like, you technically were my previous landlord because I was paying you for the rent, and the rent was, the lease was in your name, so it's like, I ain't lie, but I don't need no issues. So when I was seeing them like talk, I kind of like went up to him to kind of like break that conversation up. So I'm like, hey, thank you so much. I appreciate everything. And he gave me the access card, like the amenities card to like get into the gym and get in the gate if I'm walking and all that stuff. So I can like pull those two apart. Marlon continued to put the stuff in, and then the landlord ended up leaving.